Welcome in to Sweaty Time Pro Wrestling, the only podcast on the Marshland Media Empire conglomeration experience, breaking on down episode by episode, beat by beat, and sweat by sweat. Lucha Underground. It is me, the one, the only, the Sean, the Marciniak Goose style, and on camera you cannot see, but he is flipping me the birds 12 ways to Sundays. It's the benevolent, the extremist, the pretty jeansiest? I think so, James Marshland McCollum.
What I'm doing right now, this is what my Great Grandma Grund would do.
Your Great Grandma Grund would, she's like kissing the middle fingers as she sends them forward.
It's like biting your thumb, but like, Great Grandma Grund, Triple G.
Triple G would do the bite your thumb at me, sir. I do indeed bite my thumb, but is it at me, sir? And you're like, is the law within me? And the fucking Romeo, then he fucking makes out with that chick, and then he dies. That's hot.
When I become a
grandma ever make out?
What?
What?
Did you just say? Did my grandmother ever make out?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably to make my grandma.
Nah, or your ma.
Well, no, my great grandma wouldn't have
great
to
grandma.
make.
Excuse me.
She wouldn't
Triple
make
G.
out to make my
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Unless it was like some weird
The Hills
what
Have
was that
Eyes.
The Hills Have Eyes. That's the movie.
Yeah.
There was like a Jack Nicholson redo. There was like, it's a weird like time skip in the Graduate universe where it's like, so it's a hold on, it's a real movie. I didn't make this up.
No, but
so
why
The
would
Graduate.
No, I don't know The Graduate.
You've never seen The Graduate?
No,
it's fun.
man, I'm too busy watching stuff like space vampire teenagers,
Is that a real? I don't know anymore if this is a real one or not.
This is probably going to be the next explanation required.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear anything. Famously, I do not listen to these episodes, so we're good. We're Gucci. No, and you're too busy watching, I don't know, maybe season 4, episode 16, Kill Mill.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting the Grandma Grund flip-offs again.
Great Grandma Grund.
Would she really do that? Was she like an ordinary person that flipped a lot of people off?
Just, I think she was going through, being demented,
Oh, wait, hold on. Like sad medical demented or like sick fucking underground hip hop demented?
That, and she did keep saying the Dementors got me from Harry Potter.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And she says, this is the only thing that'll ward them off.
It sounds like not a Judy Blume, but those like scholastic young adult novels would be like, the Dementors got my grandma or my math teacher is an alien.
Yeah.
I'd read that.
American Chillers, I believe. There was a lot of that kind of stuff, but it would be a pun on the city that it's taking place. And that series started as Michigan Chillers, he came to my school, the author, because he was just doing different Michigan-centric towns, and then eventually Scholastic, I think, picked him up.
That's awesome. I feel, man,
we should do that.
We should do that. I don't know if they do it like that anymore, but we should do that. You want to write books?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's just.
Fuck yeah.
You write 10 pages, I write 10 pages, and we just keep doing that.
I'm down. I'm absolutely down for that. Also, if it means we don't have to talk about this episode.
Yeah, or we formulaic it. We figure out our formula for whatever genre we should do, scary spookies. And then we just do it like R.L. Stine did and, do one book a month.
Hell yeah. Honestly, we probably could figure that out.
Yeah.
R.L. Stine, you ain't shit. I'm not scared of you.
Yeah, R.L. probably means real loser.
Oh, my God. Dear R.L. Stine, you want some ice for that burn, you real loser shit fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, we say words like shit fuck in there.
Yeah. And guess what? An abominable snowman from wherever it is, R.L. Stine, isn't going to help nurse that burn.
No amount of snow from any sort of mythical mountain range is gonna ice that burn. You'll fucking shit fuck. Say cheese and die. Yeah, you stink like a piece of cheese because you're a real loser. I say we
dead.
do this. And you're dead, my guy.
What are you gonna say?
instead of writing books,
Yeah.
we spend, we give ourselves a month for a deadline. We spend 29 days
Months.
shit talking R.L. Stine.
No, I really think we should write books like that.
No. And then the 30th day, we get real nervous. We're like, oh, fuck, man, we didn't write anything. Shit. And then we just we do it all stream of conscious, real, like Saturday Night Live. They have to write the entire episode Friday night at midnight.
Okay.
You know? We do it like that. Like, we do write the book, but we spend 29 days just a pat smear campaign against the deceased R.L. Stine.
Well, he is still alive. He just stinks like bad cheese.
Yeah, poof, you fucking real loser. God.
You want to know who's a real loser?
Who?
The freaking Lucha, Super Lucha guys.
Our friends? No, this is, I don't want, we're talking about the episode that I'm afraid to talk about again.
Yeah.
This might be the first episode I straight dreaded talking about.
What?
I mean,
man.
Dread might be a heavy word.
I fucking loved this one.
I love the end, and I love the beginning.
I
The
love all
middle
of it.
was especially brutal.
I was like, everyone's firing on all cylinders. I was like, man, it sucks that we can't like that one shitty dude is really good at wrestling. And I think like the biggest issue when it comes to him is like they made him a heel in the beginning. And it's like, no, like Stryker said, the faithful have been wanting to cheer for him. And yeah,
We should just talk about him. We shouldn't try and at this point, I was going to say we should probably just talk about Joey Ryan.
Yeah.
Who the biggest issue with Joey Ryan is his multiple sexual assault allegations.
Yeah.
That's the biggest issue with Joey Ryan. And I'd say let's just talk about, because I think we both know how the final champion, right?
Yeah.
We should just talk about that, because I don't think it's too difficult to talk about why this episode was so hard for me to watch, unless let's just straight up say it. Joey Ryan is a piece of shit.
Yeah, we've talked about this at length before, so listen to the old ones.
I literally had to look up reminders that Joey Ryan tried to come back in 2025 in some Northwest Indie, and everyone on the internet was like, no, what the fuck? And they unbooked him to make myself feel better. I remember at the time, I was actually watching an old Orange Cassidy independent match, because Orange Cassidy, my all-time favorite wrestler. He's a very silly guy, and he's wonderful in the ring. Watch AEW, he's on there a bunch. But he does this very awesome, silly wrestling match with a guy named Dick Justice, who is a super cop. Boo. And there's a very fun handgun, and a RoboCop knockoff comes out at the end of the match. It's very silly. And I'm watching, I'm clapping my hands. And then someone's on commentary, it's like, oh, Joey. And I'm like, what? Who's on? Fuck, it's Joey Ryan. Of course. Because the gross thing about so many abusers is not just all the abuse they commit. Absolutely. But the way they sort of ingratiate themselves in communities, right? To continue that abuse. The manipulation is not just towards their victims. The manipulation is to the people around them. And we see this, here in Chicago, how many comedians and theater people, I always forget the name of the theater, but a huge part of that manipulation was manipulating everyone around them so that the victims had nowhere to go, right? That's the thing. So Joey was really good at that. He booked a lot of people on these indies at a time where independent wrestling was so important, because WWE was the only game in town, right? There was a monopoly, so the independents became very important. And Joey Ryan, as far as I knew in my little bubble, was a very important figure to this, specifically the SoCal independent scene. And of course he was. He had to make himself very important so that he could be a fucking creep and get away with that shit. So the people cheering for Joey Ryan are also cheering for this guy that spearheaded, and we've talked about this before, just again, he's in the episode, and it made it very difficult for me to watch. But people would fans would cheer for him, because on the outside, it seemed like he was a very benevolent, good person to the scene, when in actuality, he abso-fucking-lutely was not. Joey Ryan, I know you're listening because you're not fucking working. Go fuck yourself.
Damn.
So that's half of the reason this episode was so hard for me.
Man, of the 2 listeners we get, one of them is Joey Ryan? What?
And he's in Vietnam? God damn.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that. Maybe he puts his VPN there to get like better deals on whatever.
Yeah, smart. The one, yeah, I almost called Joey Ryan smart.
Yeah, don't do
no,
that.
he's not. He's a monster. He's a piece of shit.
I want to know your take on Mr. Strong. Like, why are you dreading this? Just because it seems like my issue with it right now is he kind of came out of nowhere in this season. And then they're like, it's weird that they're making. Also, it kind of sucks because a lot of the times this is what the bad guy or like the champion, like the big bad will do is kind of just like take people out of commission. Like that's what they do. Matanza did it by eating them, and then Penta broke
He does it in this
arms.
episode. Muertes. So I almost want to wait for it. I'll say this about Jake Strong, aka Jake Hager, aka Jack Swagger, is who we're talking about. He debuted this season. I'll say, is he a piece of shit? Kind of. He's very MAGA. He's very pro-life. Whatever.
Dang.
That's not it, though.
I'm pro-life. Pro-life savers. Give me them gummies. Give me the mints.
Oh, what about the hard candy stuff? Hard fruit candy style. Oh,
no.
Okay. What? That's our first book. That's our first children's horror novel. It's hard fruit candies, but they kill you. Okay, now we do no work on this for the next 28 days.
All right.
We spend the next 28 days shit-talking R.L. Stein, and then on the 30th day, we come back together. Oh, fuck, man, shit, we didn't write anything about lifesavers. Oh, man, beans.
I just want to say, like, I came to the realization right now that I'm pro-choice savers. You know, like, I'm not pro-life savers. I'm pro-choice savers.
And that's growth, man. Hey, congratulations. I'm so proud of you for like seeing outside of your bubble and seeing other people and their autonomy as something to be valued. That's huge.
Yeah. You want to know what else is huge? Jake Strong.
If you say Jake Strong, go fuck yourself.
He is, though.
I almost, because the Joey Ryan stuff, we can talk about there because it's unrelated to the episode and what's going on here. To be clear, the Jake stuff isn't personal. It's about the episode. It's about the booking. We can kind of wait to get into. I can talk about that during the match if that makes sense.
Heck yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's get into it. Episode 16 of season 4, Kill Mill. And to be fair, the recap probably didn't help my mood going into this because it's 2 things I don't care about and 1 thing that just made me sad. Jake Strong bullying Drago and Arrow.
No.
Joey Ryan's teaming up with Evie and Exolicious, which is another quick on that. Another problem with that is Evie and Exolicious are huge and great. And I love Exolicious, a.k.a. Sunny Kiss. There's no reason to pair her with Joey Ryan. That bums me the fuck out.
Yeah.
So those 2 things that I don't care about, and 1 thing that just makes me sad, in one fell swoop, Marty the Moth Martinez took the Gift of the Gods title and exchanged it to win the Lucha Underground Championship off of Dragon Azteca and Pentagon Dark, respectively.
Yeah.
So the feel bad recap.
I need to just say this. Dario was a better promoter than this other dude, you know?
Antonio, absolutely. Dario, who was the son of Antonio Cueto, our current owner, who shot his own son in the head to take the company.
Oh, yeah.
And that also, remember that I just said that fucking beautiful soapy ass drama, because that plays into why I don't like Jake Strong and why this is so upsetting.
Yeah. Hey, Sean.
But yeah, so Dario got shot in the head by Antonio, and Antonio's not doing as good a job.
I'm sorry when my dad finally shoots me in the head and takes over Marshland Media.
I'm going to be so sad. I'll keep doing it. I need a job.
Yeah.
Even one that doesn't pay.
What? Well, no, you get paid like $11 a month now.
Not for this show.
Yeah, not this show. Guys, head over to explanation
Patreon.
required over on patreon.com/MLM pod. I was just wondering, like, what would he do an explanation required on, I guess, like the Foundation series, I think is the name of those sci-fi books.
What? Okay, I've never heard of them. Which is perfect for explanation required.
Yeah.
Okay, that show keeps going.
Uh-huh.
All right, so that show keeps going on. No changes, really. So we go to the desk. Vampiro's looking around very nervously. Vampiro, of course, wears so many hats. He's a producer. I believe he's booking a lot of the show. He does commentary both English and Spanish. And famously, he is the maestro or the master for Pentagón Dark, when Pentagón made his dark, evil energy turn. And anyone who goes through everyone who goes through dark magic, except for Phoenix, because he had extenuating circumstances, they all go through Vampiro. Mm-hmm. So Vampiro, again, the master of the former champ, he's looking around almost like oh my gosh, my cousin Vinny. What is that actor's name?
Joe Pesci. No.
Joe Pesci. Yes.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Joe Pesci in Goodfellas, when he knows he's about to get hit. Like, that's how Vampiro is kind of like, that's the nervous look that Vampiro is giving. Like, oh, they're coming for me.
Or like Joe Pesci when he goes into the cornfield and realizes he's going to be hit.
What?
In Casino. That's what I said, right?
Oh, no, you didn't say Casino. You just said Joe Pesci goes into the cornfield.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this happened in Casino.
Wait, you might have said Joe Pesci goes into the casino and I heard cornfield?
Uh-huh. No, I said no.
Which is on me.
In Casino, he goes in the cornfield. Like both are accurate statements.
Okay, so this is the movie writer's fault for making two words that sound too close. Uh-huh. And after we're done revolutionizing children's horror literature, hey, casino writers, we're coming for your asses next.
Yeah.
Same game plan. One idea, then 28 days of shit talking, and then 30 days of, fuck, man, we didn't do anything. Shit, fuck. Looking forward to it.
We're taking you down, Scorsese.
We're coming for your ass, Marty. Stryker welcomes us to the temple. He says, heart stopped, eyes tear after the events of last week, which we just talked about. It's fucking brutal. The kid with his mouth open, it looked like he was crying from his tongue. That was me. I miss Penta. But so now Stryker, he reads a letter received from aforementioned owner / sun killer, Antonio Cueto, and who gave Stryker this letter to read on air.
Which he says, let me read this letter. And it just recaps the recap that Stryker had recapped. Like, we get a recap, then Stryker explains what happened. And then in this letter, it also explains what happened.
This is one of the reasons... And kind of, I guess, sort of the overall thesis of why Jake Strong bums me out so much is that it's really, WWE had this problem, and still does in a lot of ways, of treating their audience like the biggest fucking dummies they've ever seen. Well, yeah, everything needs to be explained fuck you.
I am too.
Everything needs to be explained too many times. Yeah, but no, you're not. You're a smart young man.
No.
And so are we. And shows feel better when they play up to our intelligence, man. We don't need things explained 5 different times. And that's kind of what this show is starting to feel more and more like, and that's a bummer.
Uh-huh. There were some times this episode where I was like, oh, this is starting to feel cheap. And I think they blew all of the backstage budget on that big fight between Katrina and Melissa. Because we haven't gotten one since then.
No, we got the Rabbit Tribe one, which is a very low budget one.
Yeah.
And I can't listen to last week's episode, cannot stress how much I'm looking forward. Even knowing that we're not going to really get anywhere because we just don't have the time and the series is about to wrap. I love what's going on with the Rabbit Tribe.
Yeah.
But that's such a low budget, like it's literally a black backdrop with the gnarled roots as props.
Mm-hmm. I think they went into the ground and they found like a big clearing.
Oh shit, you think that's real?
Yeah.
You think that's a real rabbit hole? Damn.
I was thinking, when he later on introduces like, hey, this is this god, this and that, it would be very funny if he just was high, Paul London, he was just high and found his way into like a cave, and then there are two dudes living there, and he's like, you guys are my god, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll kill some people.
Oh, I was gonna even less. Paul London just got really high, and then spent 3 days face down in the public park. And then 2 park employees were like, hey, man, you can't sleep here. And that's when he's like, you guys are my gods. Let's go kill people. And they're like, they just take off their orange vests and are like, yeah, okay, sure.
What's the guy's name that plays the bunny? White Rabbit?
Bunny? I don't know.
White Rabbit.
White Rabbit is Karrion Cross.
It would be funny if he just got really high and called Karrion Cross and was like, yeah, man, you're going to be my god, okay? And then hung up. And
okay, man, come on, take it down here. Hell yeah. He hangs up before he even answers. He's like, hell yeah, man, get down here, click. He's like, oh, yeah, all right, sure.
Yeah, I got a job, hell yeah.
Hell, it's nice to have a job. But yeah, so he reads the letters. It's essentially a recap and a way to set up the main event tonight. Last week, 4 men, Dragon Azteca, Pentagón Dark, the 2 champions, as well as Muertes and King Cuerno, who were fighting for the championship. They all had the same dream, being the main event of Ultima Lucha. All those dreams were crushed. So now we're left without a number 1 contender. We're left without a main event. They're all deserving. Let's figure that out tonight. 4-way dance between Pentagón Dark, Dragon Azteca Jr., Muertes, and King Cuerno. The winner will be the number 1 contender for the Lucha Underground Championship at Ultima Lucha Cuatro.
And this is how you know Dag has been here the least, because everyone else, they're like, oh, yeah, in this, like, because it shows all 4 of them kind of like if you were playing Super Smash Bros. Brawl, like it's all in 4 quadrants you're seeing them. But they're like, hey, guys, we don't have time or the budget to do, like, good compositing. All we're doing is taking your chunk and we're slicing them all together, because as Dag starts punching wildly outward, his arm just disappears.
Yeah. It's got done. I mean, everything I'm trying not to say it, but everything does feel a little cheaper than in previous seasons. And maybe it was them. It might also them just like seeing the writing on the wall and Mark Burnett being like, okay, we're cutting. This is the last season. We're slashing the budget now, rather than like putting a bunch of money into a show we know we won't continue.
Yeah, or they're paying so much money in goddamn insurance bills because Pentagon's breaking arms for 3 seasons now. This Jake Strong guy's snapping legs, and then oh my god, all the settlements, because we don't want to lay blame on our production for like many men's heads being eaten.
So many men's heads are getting eaten. It's my favorite part of the show, and it's why Jake bums me out. We'll get there. But first, speaking of heads getting eaten, we should go to the ring.
Yeah.
Where Melissa is introducing one of the best silly guys in the biz, Worldwide Underground's own Jack Evans. And he rips the mic out of her hands and he says, the thing everyone has been unwilling to say, but has been on their minds, Melissa. Shut up. Oh, what a piece of shit. He goes on. He knows the believers would love to see a match from Lucha's one true god himself. But it won't happen. Because he refuses to fight for a company who would hire the dastardly Exolicious to compete. Reminder, Exo has done nothing wrong. Except team with Joey Ryan. So maybe Jack's onto something. On top of all that, his previous feud with Exolicious, he also has to worry about his best friend / the boss to his goon, Johnny Mundo, leader of the Worldwide Underground, whose wedding to Taya was demolished by the monster Matanza.
The boss to his goon sounds very provocative, Sean.
Thank you. Thank you. That's why I wrote it like that.
Hey, Sean, your mic, when you hit the chord of it, I hear it.
Okay, so just don't hit the chords?
Yeah, but like put the chord in a different area, because like your arm's bumping into it. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How's that? Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Oh, my God. Like that is the goon. That is the boss to my goon. Sean just moved some wires. All right, please move along.
Yeah, sure. At this point, Antonio appears, the boss of the temple, right as Jack formally announces not just no match tonight, but he quits. And Antonio interrupts. He tells Jack nobody likes a quitter. Now, he's heard Jack's complaints and clarifies, Jack, you will fight tonight. If you win, you can walk right out that door.
Bye-bye, honey.
If you lose, you will never walk out of this temple again because Jack Evans has been chosen to be the next sacrifice to the gods.
Oh, shoot.
Oh my gosh, sacrifice to the gods, of course, the ongoing head eating of the god monster Matanza. Every week somebody is offered up as a sacrifice to this absolute beast known as, who's played by Jeff Cobb, who is amazing. And we'll get into why fucking Jack nothing ass. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Also, like, if we used to put these things in Tekken terms, and Matanza is very much like an ogre. An ogre. Yeah.
Okay, you don't. That's a very. If Shrek was Ogre and Ogre 2 from Tekken 3, that'd be amazing. And the fact that he's not actually kind of depresses me. Hey, modders, what the fuck are we doing if we're not putting Shrek in Tekken 3 and Tekken Tag? Because Ogre was also in Tekken Tag. I don't believe he's in any other games.
Oh, Fiona, I have to take a bath. Yeah, that dinosaur sharted on me again.
His name is gone. Shrek, don't be rude. His name is gone. By the way, Jack Evans might have one of my favorite reactions to being put in a gift of the god or a sacrifice to the gods match. He just goes, wait. I'm sorry, old man that looks and sounds exactly like Satan. May I make you a counteroffer? And just runs the fuck out of the ring. Just such good little chicken shit cowardly heel stuff. I feel like I talk about this a bunch. I really enjoy it. It took me a long time as a kid to recognize how much I enjoy and need at least a few good cowardly chicken shits. Like they make the strong guys look stronger. They make the good guys look better. They tell so much of the story the way like cool bad guys just can never do.
Yeah. My favorite cowardly chicken shit's Butter.
Aww.
I'm kidding. She's just scared of everything.
She's a cat if this is your first episode, and she's perfect. Yeah. She's a perfect little coward, and we love her for it. So Jack Evans books it out of the ring, runs all the way up the stairs, tries to open the doors, but just can't do it. He turns around to consider his options, and as he turns around, the doors fly open to reveal the god monster Matanza. Because remember, in previous seasons, he was just the monster. Antonio, though, when he took over the temple, gave him his own power back. So there's no chain around him anymore. He is an unleashed monster, this god monster Matanza, and he is standing right behind Jack. And the bell rings. The sacrifice to the gods. Jack Evans versus Matanza begins.
Ping, ping, ping.
The first thing that happens, Matanza goozles, he grips Jack by the throat, and he tries to chokeslam him off of the top floor balcony, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
My first move is to throw you like 3 stories off. But Jack does escape. He flees back down to the steps. However, Antonio is waiting for him at the bottom of the steps and trips him with his cane. I don't remember if we talked about this on mic or off. This episode is bookended by some of my favorite shit. Like, if you haven't picked up on the Looney Tunes vibes, as much as this is a horror moment and this is a sacrifice to a monster god, this is as though you were sacrificing Daffy Duck to Cthulhu.
Well, because
that's the comparison.
This match technically started with a cane trip because as Jack Evans is trying to run away, I believe this was one of the first things. He gets tripped because Antonio just puts his little cane out and he goes, whoops.
Yeah, right after he escapes from almost being chokeslammed off of a 2-story balcony. Yeah, he runs down the steps and he goes, whoop. It's Daffy Duck versus Cthulhu. There are other comparisons. That's just the one my brain is stuck on. And I love that. And it's something this show does so well. And it's why I call it the most accessible, if not the best wrestling show, the most accessible. Because there are so many things that you can like compare it to that aren't just wrestling.
Yeah.
They make it so fun. Yeah. Matanza gut wrench power bombs Jack onto the apron. He carries him and dumps Jack into the ring. Jack does escape for a second, tosses a tornado kick, misses, and then Matanza grips him from behind the waist. So Jack, he's like when you're trying to pull your child out of their bedroom because they have to catch the bus, but they're holding onto the door frame. that's how Jack is like holding onto the turnbuckle, and it accidentally rips it off to reveal the steel underneath. And then Jack sees an opportunity and just kind of goes for it, runs Matanza's head straight into the turnbuckle. Springboard tornado kick, this time connects, doesn't opt for the cover. Instead, big 630 cannonball, nails it, cover for 2. But Matanza doesn't so much kick out as he just picks Jack up and hits the Wrath of the Gods. Matanza pins Jack in 1 minute and 21 seconds.
Sean, if you got sacrificed by Matanza, I'd let it happen because I'd be like, that's what Sean wanted.
Thank you for that. Because Matanza's a god, and I'm a good Christian boy. Our Matanza is an awesome Matanza. He reigns from a dingy room in the back. And it's weird, and the lighting's red. Our Matanza is an awesome Matanza.
Yeah,
You're shaking. Yeah,
I don't know
You're
that
shaking
song.
your head. No.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I know
Our God.
I know my axe is my buddy, and do it in that, you know.
It's not an ICP song. Not every hymnal and praise song is an ICP song.
Okay,
Not
well,
all of them. Just most of them.
Yeah, the good ones.
The good ones. After the match, the ritual is done as we see. Matanza stacks Jack into the center of the ring. Antonio raises his cane and zap, in a flash, Jack disappears.
Oh, yeah.
Another victim added to the list. Another victim, another sacrifice to the gods.
That's sad. I wonder how PJ and Johnny are going to react.
I mean, I guess because we haven't seen them since Matanza attacked them at the wedding. I'm assuming they're still in the hospital, right? Or like the kayfabe hospital, whatever.
Yeah, but also, like, that means we're not going, like, Jack and the doll. Remember the doll?
I mean, yeah, the doll is with who we also haven't seen, Ricky Mandel.
Yeah. Oh, wait, didn't Ricky die?
Did Ricky die?
Yeah, didn't Matanza get him? Or did he killed someone?
He killed someone at the wedding. If Ricky died and we get nothing from that doll, that sucks. Because they've been building up Ricky, who was the sort of redheaded stepchild to the Worldwide Underground, the intern, who between season 3 and 4 found this magical haunted doll that speaks to him and is the one who encouraged Ricky to release Matanza into the Worldwide Underground wedding. Like, the reason Matanza attacked the Worldwide Underground wedding is because of Ricky and his doll, which is huge. That's a huge, huge storyline that I really hope they don't drop. I'm assuming they're just waiting for Johnny and PJ and Taya to come back. And this is an interesting way, what I thought of, if they're trying, because they were trying to push Worldwide Underground as more baby faces, as more good guys, but Jack Evans really is the only one that didn't fit that. So this is an interesting way of writing Jack Evans out of the group so that they can become good guys and fight Matanza.
Oh yeah.
And Ricky. That's what I thought. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
I don't think he died.
Okay. So we still will probably see something pay off there.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
What I am conflating that with is Ricky killing the agent guy, I believe.
Yes, Benjamin.
Yes.
Benjamin, yeah. He stabbed him with a pencil a whole bunch. It was cool. I'm hoping, what it does mean, though, which is sad, is that's another, I think we're down almost all of our silly little guys, right? The rabbit, both, like, Saltador and Mala Suerte of the rabbit tribe, gone. Vinny Massaro, gone.
Pizza guy.
That's Vinny Massaro. Oh, no, pizza guy.
The actual pizza guy.
The actual pizza guy who delivers Vinny Massaro's pizza. Gone. Like, we are down so many of our silly little guys, which is, here's the wrestling, I believe, works best as a variety show. I think I've said it on podcasts. I'll say it over and over again. My favorite thing about Chicago comedy is that the best shows are not stand-up shows. They're not improv shows. They're not sketch shows. They're variety shows. Where there are stand-ups, there are sketch, there are improvisers, there are clowns, there are jugglers, there's a little bit of everything. And wrestling, I think, works the same way, where you have credible monsters like Matanza. You have, shining white knight baby faces like Prince Puma. And you have silly little guys. But we're losing. Matanza keeps eating all of our silly little guys, and we gotta get some of them. We gotta get some of them back. You know,
It's because us silly little guys, we taste so sweet. Our meat's so good.
Nom, 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 little candy. We cut to we'll go to the trio championship between Exolicious, Evilise, and Joey Ryan versus the reptile tribe of Daga, not to be confused with Dag, Cobra Moon, and Jeremiah Snake.
And they bill it as, back when the reptiles conquered the earth. And it's like, that actually never happened because dinosaurs were birds.
Wow. Okay. Somebody clearly hasn't seen the Super Mario Brothers movie, where they also didn't realize that dinosaurs were birds, because they definitely made them more reptilian. Shout out to Bob Hoskins. Gone but not forgotten.
Yeah, I forgot about him. Wow, I haven't heard that name in maybe a week.
You need to stop and go watch Hook right now. He plays an awesome Smee.
No, I'm not watching Hook.
Why not? It's a good movie. It's fun.
Add an ER to that and then I'll watch it, okay?
Hey. I was about to talk about no nutting, but we talked about that off mic.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah. Okay, never mind. If you're wondering why I mentioned no nutting just now, go find us and hang out with us. We're fun people. We're cool.
It's No Nut May.
Hip.
It's No Nut June, okay?
It's No Nut July. No Nut Life, baby.
No Jizz June. No Jalug.
Jankum July.
What?
Jalug? I said Jankum. You said Jalug.
Jankum?
Yeah.
We're not doing Jankum.
Wait, which one is Jankum? I forgot what Jankum was.
You smell turds or something.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's what I said. No Jankum July. We're not doing that.
Or is Jankum when you smell cat piss?
We're on the same page. I want to be clear. I am the good guy. I'm the good guy in this situation, okay?
Danger. It's just a purported inhalant and hallucinogen created from fermented human waste. So yeah.
Yeah.
Give me that Jankum, sniff, sniff, sniff.
No Jankum July.
It smells bad but feels euphoric.
Just like my balls. Yeah, we can cut all of this. We can cut this whole episode out, actually.
The reptiles rule, just like Snange is on that venom.
Who is Snange? Are you talking about Jeremiah?
Yeah, Jeremiah Snange, baby.
You gotta stop with these nicknames.
Snange. It's like Krang, because that's his former one, and a snake, so it's Snange.
Sure. Jeremiah Crane, a.k.a. Jeremiah... Oh, I'm sorry. Jeremiah Snake, a.k.a. Jeremiah Snang, formerly known as Jeremiah Crane, f.k.a. Jeremiah Krang.
I don't know that. Crane?
This is his name. It's his name. It's Bill. It's when he appears on your television set, a bunch of letters appear underneath of him. That's his name. No, he's here. A reminder, something I love, what I love about this show and their weird lore is that they remember it. Because they mentioned, Jeremiah came to the temple as Evie's scumbag boyfriend. Now he died, he was resurrected by the reptile tribe and is a member of the reptile tribe. It's why his name is now Jeremiah Snang. And I love it. And I love that. I love how regular his character was. He's just a scumbag boyfriend, but who wanted to get involved in the temple. He had some history with Katrina. He wanted to get involved in this mess. And now he is reptile balls deep into this mess.
Oh, yeah.
And they remember. And I love that. But before the bell can ring, Paul London, who we talked about before, he appears at the top of the ramp. Mic in hand, he says, "Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye." Reminder, Paul London is not an 1800 sickly little boy. He is a modern day man who is just very high. And in a cult, very much in a cult. He says, "The time has come. It gives me all the pleasure in the land to present to you all the rabid, the unpredictable, and the uncaged El Bunny. But there's more. It would be wise to rise, for this man is the unholy father of time, the enlightened one, the White Rabbit." And El Bunny and the White Rabbit appear with Paul, looking like a bunch of evil fuckers. which is great, but they're not booked tonight, so they just have to chill up at the top of the ramp. But a great introduction to these characters properly into the temple, which we kind of mentioned last time, theorizing, but White Rabbit and El Bunny needed Paul to sort of betray his other teammates and require 2 new teammates to bring them from the depths of the rabbit hole into the temple. Sort of like a demonic pack style. Yeah.
Hey, Sean, you know what El Bunny means?
James, what the heck does El Bunny mean?
The bunny.
Thank you for
That was a interaction that those two had. You know, Matt Stryker and Vampiro.
Oh, I missed that one. Damn
oh,
it.
Yeah, that is from them.
That's that stuff. You can't even write that shit. You just gotta live it.
Yeah, Big Dick Johnson. You can't write shit.
Yeah, fuck, we're coming for your ass after we're done with R.L. Stein and whoever wrote that other movie we talked about earlier.
I'll show you Big Dick, okay? All right?
Yes.
As I yank down my boy Sean's pants.
Yeah. And I point... Yeah, and I point to the tattoo of a large penis on my inner thigh, motherfucker.
Yeah. And that's a natural tattoo because it comes from that head always smacking the side of his thigh.
All right. Okay. Bell rings. Bell rings. Snake takes Ryan's candy and kicks him in the head. Tags in Cobra. Joey blocks, shines up his team before tagging in EXO. It's hard because EXO is so over, and we're so excited to see EXO. Famously, you pulled Nicole into the room to be like, "Hey, look at this shit." Which is one of the nice things about wrestling being a variety show is that there is someone for everyone. People who don't think they're a wrestling fan, have you checked out EXO-licious? It's so exciting to see her get a shot here, and it's really fun to watch. But unfortunately, Joey Ryan is in this match, so we're gonna move through it pretty quickly. And it's again, great match. You said it up top. It's not that he's bad at wrestling. It's not that he doesn't understand structure. It's a great match. Well, I'll just kind of jump to the end though. Joey throws Daga. Eventually, there is a couple of great outside spots. Joey wisely throws Daga back into the ring after these big dives to the outside. Jeremiah, however, distracts Joey just long enough to give Daga time to recover, tie Joey into a knot, armbar taps him out in 5 minutes and 23 seconds.
Dang, I hate a tap out. Take the pain.
Hey, yo. Reptiles leave their titles as the White Rabbit pulls out of his pocket a pocket watch, and Paul and El Bunny come down to the ring. So the champions have left, and all that's left are the challengers, Joey, EXO, and Ivelisse. I mean, the first time we're seeing El Bunny and the White Rabbit anywhere near the ring, El Bunny drop kicks the shit out of Joey and EXO. He's awesome.
Yeah.
It was very cool. Paul gives the double thumbs up as Evie enters. He tells her, yeah, take on Bunny. But as she runs to him, he just kicks her in the ribs, just like a real sneaky little cad. Paul takes out Evie. Eventually, El Bunny and Paul put those challengers, they put their heads on the bottom rope. Commentary compares it to like a guillotine, as White Rabbit seems to single out Joey with his pocket watch, telling him, tick-tock, time is up, which is especially ironic considering the hashtag time's up and Me Too movement ended Joey Ryan's career. Fuck you, Joey Ryan. And my next note is literally, I don't want to watch a Jake Strong match. MAGA-ass pro-lifer white boy shitbird.
Well, then maybe we just do my notes because I don't have a lot of them. You know, we just...
Go for it.
Yeah, all right.
Absolutely.
I do want to say, the thing I love about the temple is when people do chops, they count each chop. When EXO-licious was doing EXO using their assets and just kind of smashing someone's head into their ass. The crowd counts 1, 2, 3, 4. That, it rules, it rocks. But let's get on to this.
Yes, Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks does a similar spot. I think a couple other wrestlers do. It's a great, Stephanie Valcour is doing something similar right now of trapping their head into their ass. It's awesome. It's great.
Oh man, what?
But yeah, the two on one nunchuck match. Asses are great. 2-on-1 nunchuck match.
Get Mikey in this match.
Mikey, the turtle, the ninja turtle. Yeah.
Or Mikey from the Life
commercials, like cereal commercials.
Yeah, little Mikey.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, get him in there.
Yeah, honestly, more kids should get their asses kicked.
Just, you know, that kid, and the kid's like, no! But it's fake. The kid, like, they knew what they were doing.
Fine.
They didn't actually hit the kid.
It's a
wrestling.
stunt kid.
Yes.
It's wrestling. Honestly, no, hold on. We see a couple of, I mean, and shouts out to the original nunchuck match with Hernandez and Drago. Like, right, wrestling's not fake, it's predetermined, because Jake takes, just like Hernandez did, it takes some of these nunchuck shots to the head. And like, oh, these probably are more rubber than they are like hard steel or wood. And still sucks to just take straight to the dome.
Yeah.
And they're swinging these to the dome. Like, this would, you would not want to hit a kid. You wouldn't, even in a wrestling match, you wouldn't want to hit a kid with these. You know, that's a soft skull. Well, you would, because you're a monster.
I'd get like a Nerf one, you know? Yeah!
Okay.
Smack my leg to make it sound like I just assaulted him.
Why are you laughing right now? Why are you laughing at this?
Because I could see this in a trauma movie, like, and the kid's like, ah! And then like the kid gets up and the kid's like, why'd you do that? And it's like, oh man, I could have swore your mom pet cemeteried you. You know, like something along those lines.
I could.
And then it's like, no, that wasn't Dad. I'm Johnny. That happened to Lonnie, and points over to a kid, just like a twin going like, and then he's like, oh shoot,
just drooling.
I'll be right back. Gotta use these nunchucks one more time.
Nunchucks on Lonnie. have to nunchuck Lonnie before I get Johnny some ice cream for the literal open hand wound I just gave him. God damn. That's in the That's in the book. Write that down.
Yeah.
You're gonna take us through this match. I'll talk about why Jack Swagger bums me out so much.
We don't need Johnny Law in the temple. Only Johnny Mundo, because they're talking about what?
I feel like I should take back over.
No.
What do you mean? Johnny Mundo is not on the episode tonight.
They say. Stryker says, hey, and don't worry, like, we went to the city of Los Angeles because these two are, you know, they're deadly weapons. They have their training. This is above board. It's okay. And then Vampiro says, this is the temple. What's up?
Yeah, Aerostar and Drago are who is being referred to as trained nunchuck users.
Yes.
We should talk.
Real quick,
some context for the match.
Vampiro says, this is the temple. We're underground. We don't need Johnny Law here. Yeah, because we have Johnny Mundo.
I'm taking back over.
No.
Okay, but can I give quick context for the match? I don't know if you have that. Like why they've been. It's because honestly, it's because the context doesn't really make sense. Drago, when Jake debuted, and he started just like kind of putting him in random matches because this is a sports competition. You need to take some matches. He went over on Drago. He beat Aerostar, and he kind of bullies them after the match. So now they have some heat. And this is what's going on. Like there's going to be 2-on-1 just trying to put down this guy who's bullying them.
Well, also, I believe it was because when he would try to break one of their legs, the other would jump in and stop it, right?
Absolutely, because they're best friends. And this is my first issue with Jack coming in. Why the fuck are you feeding not two of your coolest fucking luchadors? Like, out of everyone in the temple, everyone is so like they're almost like superheroes. They have individual powers. They have these amazing costumes. They have these dynamic personalities. And I think more than anyone, Drago and Aerostar are at the top of that list. If they're not in your top 3, they're in your top 5. And they're already involved in multiple very deep storylines, right? Drago just released himself from the clutches of the reptile tribe. He deserves revenge. Aerostar literally he time traveled to Pet Cemetery his best friend back to life, but his best friend ain't quite right. That's actively going on. Why are we taking a break from those two storylines, infinitely more interesting, to put over WWE's from Perry fucking Oklahoma. Nothing against Perry, Oklahoma, but compared to the Inframundo and guys, the reptile tribe who are from When Reptiles Rule the Earth, why are we taking a break from those storylines to put over this boring ass white boy whose entire gimmick is that he's from the WWE and he's really big? I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Right? That's what bums me out.
I do think the better matchup for him should have been you don't injure PJ, and it's PJ and Jack, because they're like, oh, this dude's trying to come in on like the championship thing. That's Johnny's thing. But Johnny's laid up right now. We got to make sure this dude doesn't become the champ while Johnny is gone, because then Johnny might just be pissed at us.
There are so many, you could have grabbed so many more people who don't have a thing but are great, but are still solid, right? Where is Cage right now?
Yeah.
Like, there are so many people we could be, there are other people that aren't specifically Arrow and Drago who, yeah, I would want to work with them too. They are two of the coolest fucking guys in the world. I don't want to see them, especially, spoilers, because we're kind of just talking all over the place, and I don't know how we'll get to those notes.
Yeah.
But yeah, why the fuck do you want to job two of your coolest dudes out to this fuck, and that have supernatural powers, which is the other shit I love about Lucha Underground, is that they're not afraid to be supernatural and extra and exciting. Why are we jobbing them out to some dude from Perry, Oklahoma? Because he was from the WWE? Get the fuck out of here. Thank you for letting me talk and get some of my shit out. You may continue. If you would like to continue with your notes, I would love that.
So some fighting's happening, and then all of a sudden, it feels like everyone starts trying to run out of the ring, and as Jake does, I forgot the conceit of this match. He starts running, and it looks like he started, I thought for real, like, oh, he's this big, strong guy. It looked like he went to the stairs, and it looked like he was trying to yank up one of the concrete stairs. And it would have been very funny if like they made it a fake stair. So he picks it up and he's like, whoa, he's so strong. And he just smashes it over one of them. But instead it's like, oh no, they're all just trying to get to the nunchucks.
Yes, the nunchucks hang high in the temple. They are the only weapons that are legal in this match, but you do have to find a way to get to them.
But a concrete stair technically isn't a weapon, so that would have also been legal.
Oh, because it is a tool more than a weapon. And Jake would just have to say, oh, I didn't mean to hit him. I was trying to set the stairs down so I could climb to get the very legal nunchucks. His head just got in the way. You can't tell me I'm wrong.
Or he picks up two stairs and a big old chain and then chains the two stairs together and uses that as a nunchuck.
Oh, man.
Crack.
Listen to all these better ideas we had than what the fuck they gave us.
But they gave us chain sticks and them on, they go chicken. Like,
no, get into it. Get into
Drago,
it. 'Cause the chicken stuff,
to get up to these nunchucks, hops onto Aerostar's shoulders, grabs them, and then Jake Strong's like, oh, I'm gonna get you, but whoosh, he gets freaking spat with mist, and he's like, I'm an ogre, and then they stay on his shoulders. And he just is whipping around. It would have been great if Goro style Aerostar also had to. And then it's like,
yeah.
Gush, gush, gush.
Fuck. That would have been, if they Goroed him with nunchucks, that'd be dope.
That sounds like something you would see on Rotten.com. Yeah, they Goroed him with nunchucks.
God damn, that would have fucking rocked. Oh, I hate this shit.
So they end up going up onto the catwalk, and it looks like, or no, he doesn't.
So it's just Arrow and Jake going to the catwalk. At some point, Drago kind of gets taken out for a second. But so Arrow runs up to the catwalk. Jake follows him up there.
And Arrow gets thrown off, right?
Yes, he grabs some nunchucks, hits Jake in the head a couple more times. Also, Jake eats the mist. Like, they're giving him all of their shit, which of course they are. We paid money to see Drago and Aerostar do cool shit. So they have to get it in, but it means Jake is just this squash thing is bullshit, and I'll get into it even. It's again the same thing of like, why didn't we just put him with Cage and give him interesting matches? The squash shit, we already have Matanza doing squashes. We can have Mill do a squash at any time. I don't fucking care. And by the way, God Monster, Matanza, Man of 1,000 Deaths, Mill. They can do squashes. I don't give a fuck about some white boy from Perry, Oklahoma doing a squash match. And especially not to two of our favorites. This shit sucks.
So
it's so fucking corny.
What doesn't suck is how much I love when a child in a wrestling ring screams because they're technically seeing an attempted murder happen, because a child screams when Aerostar gets thrown over the catwalk, as they should. Cool.
It looked like that thing. It looked great. Like, and it's not to take away from the spectacle or the work or like the actual high spots that they put together. It looks great. Just why are we doing this?
Yeah.
You know, like the execution isn't flawed. The premise is. That's the issue.
Okay, so this premise could be flawed because Aerostar and Drago, they get him back. They get Jake Strong back into the ring, and they just start whipping him with these nunchucks. And he's like taking it on the back. And I do think, like, I don't know what kind of promotion it would be in, but you could do a whip the white match where it's like, hey, like,
I mean,
a bunch of non-white wrestlers are like get the opportunity to like the big strong white guy. They're like, yeah, like we get all whips, and then we get to just go.
I won't say whether or not that is a good idea or a bad idea. I will only say if anyone does that, it probably shouldn't be written by two white guys. I don't know though. Honestly, there's legs. There's legs.
I think in like 2008-ish, this would have been like in an indie would have been profound.
Honestly, this might be a cut scene from Malibu's Most Wanted starring Jamie Kennedy, written by Nick Swartzen. It might. Check the tapes. Check the cutting room floor. We need to know. But don't call Jamie Kennedy. I don't want to talk to him, like, ever.
Well, let's go back to the match. I loved when Arrow just leaps from the mariachi stage and just Kadeesh right into Strong.
Yeah. The first time we see him since he was thrown off of the catwalk, just to come back in like, I'm not dead yet. I think this is also where they mention Phoenix, and I caps lock my notes. Why are we taking time off the Phoenix story to put over Jake? Fuck. Which is like, it's bonkers. We do see Phoenix. Spoilers, we'll see Phoenix. Why the fuck are we doing this? I don't.
Well, my next note's Drago, no. Yes. And then a quote from...
Wait, what?
It was just Drago, no. I don't remember the context, probably because Drago lost.
Drago is the one who taps out. Yeah.
Damn.
I believe it's Drago that... No, it's Arrow taps out in 8 minutes and 27 seconds. Arrow taps out of the ankle lock. Jake then grabs Drago's ankle and snaps it.
Okay, so that's why I said Drago, no.
Which, if so Drago came back from the reptile tribe. One of the best moments that it led to the wedding. Just a fucking powerful moment. Does shit all, gets fucked up in this feud with Jake, white boy, and now is fucking written off TV. If they actually write him off, I'm glad this company died.
Well, it's probably because he's going back to AAA or something, you know?
Yeah, because this company deserves to fucking die because they think Perry, Oklahoma is more interesting than a man who was time travel pet cemeteried back to life.
Well, hey, one of those is a make 'em up and one of them isn't, you know? Perry, Oklahoma is real.
No, it's not.
Wait, it's not?
Nothing this boring and uninteresting to watch on television can possibly be real.
Oh.
Sorry, Perry, Oklahoma. Perry, Oklahoma, I'm sorry. I'm taking my frustration out of the booking on you guys, and that's not your fault. I love your ice cream.
We find out that Perry, Oklahoma is the biggest buyer of Dominators.
Oh no! Of course they are, them freaks.
And then my last note for this match was him saying, him? What?
Mm-hmm.
All I said was, there's no greater honor than to lay down one's life for a friend. Stryker says that.
Yes, because that's that's how Drago like gets in the ring to stop Jake from breaking Arrow's ankle, so Jake breaks Drago's ankle. And it's just, again, there's so many things, and I don't even hold this against Jake. You know, like that's really, because I don't know how much of it was ego and like politicking to get himself booked so strong. Like, right, like because he's not booked competitively. None of these matches are competitive.
Yeah,
he looks like a big monster every time. Fine, we have a lot of those already. Why, you know? And there's no lore. This, like, so much of this show, right? This isn't just a wrestling show. This is a soap opera. This is like the wrestling is a front for a literal war of demonic possessions and underground shit. What the fuck are we doing here with Jake that we can't do or haven't already done with Cage, with Mill, with who did I say before? With Matanza. Like we have so many monsters. Vinny Massaro, the biggest monster of all. Like, it's such a bum. It's so, yeah, it just feels like a waste of time for everyone we've been investing in for these last 3 years, especially Drago and Arrow. Like, why are we feeding Drago and Arrow to this fucking guy who at this point hasn't had, like, yeah, dude, and his reaction, I don't know if you caught this. Jake wins. The audio is piped in strong, but we can see the audience, and the audience is sitting on their hands, silent as dormice. Like, we hear the strong chants, but we can see the audience, and they are doing nothing. This room is dead.
Okay, Sean,
because nobody fucking cares.
Do we have another match, right?
We do, and I like this match.
You say Jake Strong and Joey Ryan 0 more times in this episode.
Fair. Very fair. Thank you. That was my last bit anyway on it. So thank you. We have the aforementioned #1 contender match for Ultima Lucha. King Cuerno versus Mil Muertes versus El Dragon Azteca Jr. versus Pentagon Dark. Bell rings. Mil just runs around clotheslining everyone multiple times. And I'm not going to lie, that helps my mood a bunch. Again, I love the start of this episode with Jack Evans, silly guy stuff. Love the end of this episode. This is a great 4-way match. And it's and in some ways kind of by the books. Mil runs power on everyone. Looks like he tweaks Azteca's knees. And as soon as he tweaks Azteca knee, Cuerno, the ever opportunist, the strategist, recognizes that, takes that as his moment to strike, throws Mil out, and starts tweaking that knee some more. However, so Mil powerhouse, Azteca strategist, Penta just disruptive force of chaos. He's like, I don't care whatever. The best time for me to strike is whenever the fuck I feel like it. Kicks Cuerno in the head, gets to it, and we see. So sorry, Mil power, Cuerno strategist, Penta chaos, Dragon Azteca Jr. Just good guy, just underdog because he fights from underneath and he gets his shit back in. He hits the DDT, he dumps him out of the ring, he's flying everywhere, he's doing it until Phoenix. You remember Phoenix? He's in that really cool storyline that Aerostar should be paying attention to, and Drago shouldn't be injured for, so he can participate in as well.
Well, now Dag's a part of that. They're out.
I fucking hate this company, and I'm glad they're dead. I love Dragon Azteca Jr., don't get me wrong, but he doesn't have the history. And they should all be there. This guy is a fucking ghoul. Phoenix, who was buried alive, who came back from the dead but didn't come back quite right. He's now a ghoul. He shows up. He grabs Melissa, the ring announcer, his ex-girlfriend, from behind, and she pleads with the ghoul of her former beloved. Why are you doing this? This isn't you. She escapes just long enough for Dragon Azteca, who's in the middle of a match. He's busy, but Melissa is his friend, and friendship comes first. Sometimes there's no greater honor than putting your body in the way of your friends, or whatever Stryker said. I blocked some of it out, but it's a good quote. It's fine. Dragon Sega Jr. flies over the top, out of the ring. I think he does. I think he's clearing the corner turnbuckle again with this tope. Just soars through the air, lands into Phoenix as well as the announce table. A real nasty looking crash.
Real quick, I put down, get yourself a man who will drop kick your stalker from the top rope onto the freaking side of the ring.
You know who'd do that? El Bunny.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking drop kicks for days, El Bunny. I'm saying, keep your eyes on this man. But yeah, they do Dragon Azteca also, and he does drop kick Phoenix all the way out of the ring. He's essentially out of this match.
Yeah.
Him and Phoenix got to handle some stuff. Cuerno with the 1-on-2 arrow from the depths of hell, one of the nastiest looking suicidas in the biz. We're ramping up, baby. Penta and Cuerno fight to get back in the ring, but Mill blocks them. He pushes them out. However, Mill, now taking space in the ring, does not see from behind who but one of our favorites, not just because he's a juggalo, but it does help. The fucking Mack is back, baby. We have not seen him since Mill took him out in a haunted house hardcore match about a month ago. But he comes back in, he's kicking Mill in the dick, and he's taking him to Mack Stunner City. It feels so good to see Mack back. It's very hard. We talked about this before when Mack was in more episodes, but it's so hard not to root for Mack.
Yeah.
And you know what? Give Mack a competitive... Oh, no. Okay, so he's doing stuff with Mill. I get it. But I would have loved to see Mack be competitive with Jack Swagger. Fuck this shit they're doing. Sorry. I said I wouldn't. That's my fault. Mack is back. We're excited. We're thrilled. Mill is stunned. Penta hits the Mexican sunset. Super kicks Cuerno off of the apron to pin Mill, win, and become the #1 contender at Ultima Lucha. 5 minutes and 19 seconds. That's 4 people wrestling with 2 different run-ins. So like all that in 5 minutes 19, and it's beautiful. I love amazing opener, amazing closer.
We also found out that Stryker used to be a teacher. At least that's what Vampiro says. And that's weird.
That's real. That's real as hell.
Because his career path is teacher, wrestler, broadcaster, realtor.
He's a realtor now, too. Yeah. Yeah, though. I remember, I think was he a Tough Enough contestant who was a teacher at the time, or he got signed while he was teaching? I remember that being a big part of it, though. Like, even while he was in WWE. Yeah. And then he could never teach again because he wore the tightest little briefs in the world. And once you see the outline of your teacher's cock, he can't be a teacher anymore. That has to be the rules. Oh, he can teach me a few things. Oh, yeah. Okay, you can be a fun kiki teacher, but not a high school teacher. It has to be the rules.
You want to know what? No, free the outline, okay?
What?
Free the outline.
So yeah, Matt Stryker's outline of his cock will be freed. Mil Muertes has been pinned by Penta, who leaves the ring, and Mack, who's just kind of hanging out, he picks up the mic, he gets into the ring, and fuck, man, Mack is back. I love this Mack promo as well. Oh, by the way, I also in my post-match notes. Nope, never mind. I was gonna mention certain somebody I'm not allowed to mention anymore. Don't worry about it. So Mack takes the mic. He says, "Seems like Mill won't be fighting for the Lucha Underground Championship at Ultima Lucha 4, but he will be fighting the Mack." Ooh. And Mack admits he was scared, but no more. Nah, after their haunted house match, he's no longer afraid to die. But Mill, you should be, because at Ultima Lucha 4, it's gonna be a death match. And he drops the mic on the... I didn't realize... Mack drops the mic after he says, "Rest in peace, motherfucker."
Yeah, he said a swear.
I didn't realize Mack could say fuck on the El Rey network. Sometimes I say I laugh and I loved. I don't make a lot of sounds when I'm watching these. I yelped. I, alone in my dark gremlin-ass room, just went, ooh! And I stand by it every time. Mack should be allowed to swear whatever he wants. Mack is the thing that Mack gets me excited for this shit. And Mack is another guy that has he doesn't have a supernatural gimmick, right? but he just fits in so well. And he's not coming in trying to squash everyone just because he was one of the most boring ass heavyweight champions in another company. I didn't say his name. I just alluded to him heavily, and why I'm so excited for the Mack and Mill Ultima Lucha 4. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. Mack drops the mic, flips the double birds, and I do feel a lot better after this main event. So thank you, Mack. Thank you, Mill. Thank you, Cuerno. Thank you, Penta. Thank you, Dragon. Thank you, Phoenix. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, listeners. Thank you, James, for another episode. Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Should I rap?
Quick,
should I not?
Mack was he was doing a Great Grandma Grundy, you know?
Give him the Grandma Grundies. Flip the double birds and give them kisses goodbye as you fuck off to all your enemies. All your enemies ain't shit, listeners. You know what they can do? They can fuck right off and not check out Shakespeare Blood Oath. They're not invited because they're your enemies. But you are Shakespeare Blood Oath if you're in the Chicago area. Check it out on Instagram, a website. Coming up at the end of May, the beginning of June, Henry VIII, Shakespeare Blood Oath. And at some point, probably after that goes up, you can always find me at twitch.tv/Goose Von Kaiser.
And hey guys, Sean, he's always the one with live dates. So do I, MFers. I said what I said at Lincoln Lodge, May 15th at 7 p.m. Go get you some tickets right now. Sean was at one. It was great.
I'll say, can I talk? It was phenomenal. I had a blast. Me and Torchy as well. We went out to that show. We sat with Nicole, and it was such a fun time. Such a good party atmosphere, but not so like loose that you're not like, oh no, these are professional, funny people making me professionally funny laugh. But it doesn't feel that way. It feels like we're just hanging out in their living room. It's a perfect show. Check it out.
Heck yeah.
I said what I said at the Lincoln Lodge.
Hey guys, and head over to Patreon. Actually, listen to Magical Meatball Girls. We're just about done with season 1 of Sailor Moon, and then we're going to be doing Magical Witch Punia. That Punia. That show's wild. I'm excited. It's only 4 episodes, so it'll be just a quick mini series before we get on to other stuff. But head over to patreon.com/MLMpod, where for $5 a month, you get exclusive content every single Friday. Last Friday was Nicole and I doing Magical Meatball Girls, or Mini Meatball Girls, which is the show after the show, where we've been doing sleepover activities, but usually Nicole pulls them. But this time I did one called, it's a new segment called Paranormal Periodicals, where I got a bunch of UFO magazines and I'm pulling stuff from that and teaching Nicole. Yes. It was flat earthers versus hollow earthers. Did you know they don't like each other? Well, actually, I think it's just one of them doesn't like the other, because one of them proves that the other doesn't exist, because, you know, hollow earth is the globe, and you know, flat earth.
James, don't give this to me for free. Okay, make me listen to the podcast.
Patreon.com/MLMpod. And $10 patrons get all of that, plus monthly bonus exclusive content in the form of straight to Patreon. The most recent one was Lance Orr came over and we discussed the Ninja Turtles anime from 1996, and it was so fun, guys. Listen to that. And $10 patrons get shout outs on every single free feed podcast. Let's begin with those, starting with Steve F, Alex Z, The Waz, Orion, my Bickle brother in common law, Joshua, Jake, Steve Barnes, a sweet child of the time, my mother, Lil Core's BFF, and now former roommate Shane. From This Movie's Gay, it's twitch.tv/core winning. From the Rom Complex, as well as Formulaic, a podcast and script writing, it's twitch.tv/R2 Shelby 2. And from Speed Radio, a podcast and all things Sonic the Hedgehog, it's Tay, aka Zinny D, and I've been James.
And I've been Sean, and this has been Sweaty Time, Pro Wrestling, Purple Prancer Forever, Be Like Bob.
Bye-bye. Oh, yeah.